welcome everybody to the Thursday Night Blitz. I thought you were going to take it. But I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Jay McLovin, Big Lynn, and Tony Gonzalez. We're going to talk some college football, NFL football, all that good stuff. How's it going, guys?
Yeah.
Doing good, man.
It's doing pretty well. Go ahead.
Yeah, just real quick. Yeah, I know before we started the show, Chris said, "Jay, you take it or am I taking it?" I said, "No, you got it, Bubba. You're good." I don't know where the disconnect was.
I thought that meant starting. I thought Dad was taking it.
I don't like to do the intro.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, my bad. We got it done.
Look, I don't understand this. How are you his son, and you don't know that, and I know that? Even I know Chris Tony don't like to do the opening. He likes to do the moderator. How do you not know this?
I don't like
when we do our shows. When we do our shows, I've always just done the intro.
Yeah, I've never done intro, so I'm not comfortable.
Yeah, so you should know that, Chris. I just need you to step your game up a little bit. That's all. But we're good. Please, Tony, take on the show. Let's go.
Trying to help him improve at his
young age.
Trying to help him improve.
I'm 62 years old. I'm not improving anymore.
I'm about to say that dude's like got one foot in the grave, man. Look, I do too. I mean, none of us. Calm down now. Listen, look, I'm not speaking ill of the people of old age. I'm old too, man. But look, ain't none of us gonna make it to 100. Let's just be honest. None of us on this show are genetically so well equipped that we're gonna make it to 100. So let's just know that we're not gonna make it to 100, and we're just gonna live the best we can live while we're on Earth here. At least I'm not making it to 100. Ain't no fucking way I'm making it to 100.
62 is the new 50.
Is that what it is? Is 62 the new 50?
50, yeah, sure. That's what I keep telling myself.
Yeah, and the 44 is the new 35 in that way, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So first, baby, let's go.
Let's jump into it. We got the Atlanta Falcons playing Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now. Atlanta's in the lead 14-13. I was on another show, so I haven't seen too much of this. And then I was unloading a truckload of stuff, so I haven't seen too much of the game, but it looks like it's been a pretty good game so far. I've had it on in the background. Jay, have you seen any of the game?
Yeah, I've watched bits and pieces of it while I was helping Melanie too. But a couple of the things I took away from the game so far tonight, one is there's been a lot of penalties in this game. There's been quite a few penalties. I think 10 or 11 penalties, I think, so far between the two teams up till now. So it's been a little bit sloppy. But one of the big things I've noticed was Kyle Pitts. This guy was the number 4 pick. I don't remember what year he came out. It's probably been, 3 or 4 years since he's been in the league now. But he came out as the number 4 pick. And, he was touted to be one of the best, or he was the highest tight end that had been drafted in quite some time. So, there was a lot of expectations of Kyle Pitts when he went to Atlanta off the initial. And he hasn't lived up to that. But I will say this, tonight, he's got over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, he's only had 1 touchdown all year, and tonight he got 2. So they're actually finding ways now. Now, that could be a matchup thing. Maybe they're exploiting that matchup, which is fine. But I've noticed that they're because Cousins has been there. Cousins tends to use his tight ends a lot more than what Penix has used it since he's been there. So I'm kind of curious. Now that Kyle Pitts have a little bit of a breakout game, will they start to use him more? Going on in the future, whether it be him or Penix. I'm kind of curious to see how that comes out to play. The other thing I noticed tonight was Mike Evans I thought he might be a little rusty coming out tonight, but he actually looks really good. I mean, he's connected very, very well. He did get hit pretty bad on that lower back, and he came off the sideline. He didn't look too good. But before he went into the half, he actually got another long catch. He wound up going out of bounds at the 26-yard line. But he actually looked pretty good. So it's good to see, these guys coming back off of injury. And that was some of the things I noticed about the game so far tonight. That and Bijan Robinson has had a pretty good night running the ball as well.
This is a huge game for Tampa Bay. They got to stay up with the Carolina because Carolina's came on strong. If Tampa Bay wants to make the playoffs, they've got to They got to turn up the heat, start playing better. But like I said, they've been hurt, man. They've had so many injuries. The quarterback's been beat up. He's played, but he's been the heck beat out of him. And then just, receivers, no receivers most of the time. And even running backs. I mean, they've really been hurt. I think even some defensive players. But they're getting people back. So if they can just try to win this game here and stay up with Carolina, it would be really important for him. Big Glenn, your thoughts on this game so far?
Atlanta's looking pretty good right now, man. Not surprised because late season divisional games, they look kind of like this game. You got teams making a lot of penalties, got teams playing it close and everything, and guys that you wouldn't normally think that would have a good game are having a good game. So that's pretty much my thoughts on that.
Okay, and Chris, your thoughts so far?
Yeah, Atlanta has outplayed Tampa Bay in this game. What's kept Tampa in this game or kept Tampa in the game in the first half was penalties. Atlanta had 10 penalties themselves, maybe 11. I know with a couple minutes left in the game, first half, Atlanta had 10 penalties for 70 yards, and they got a face mask penalty that put instead of making Tampa Bay have to punt the ball, end up giving them a field goal there at the end to get it 14-13. And one of their other drives, they would have had them off the field on third down, and the penalty gave them a first down. They ended up getting a field goal. So you could have took away 6 points away from Tampa in that first half just from not getting penalties. So other than that, the Falcons have looked good. Their defense is playing good. Offense is moving the ball down the field. Kyle Pitts is having a big game, but the penalties is what really helped Tampa stay in that game in the first half of that game.
Yeah, talking about Atlanta, ask you guys your opinion on this. Atlanta's got talent. They've got defensive players. They got offensive players. They got a running back. They've got a good receiver. They got a tight end who's underperformed, but he's got all the ability in the world. Pitts does. They had a good starting quarterback with Penix. They've got a very good backup with Cousins. As good as backup as in the league, probably, or right up there. Why has Atlanta not performed like? I thought Atlanta was going to be right there this year. I thought they would possibly be a playoff team. We'll go to Chris first. What's the issues with Atlanta? Is it coaching? Is it what is the issue in your opinion?
I think it has to go down to the head coach. And I like Raheem Morris, but for some reason they're not consistent. And it's been like that but the thing is, it was like that with the head coach before too, with Arthur Smith. They had all this talent, but one game they looked like I said, like a playoff team. The next game they looked bad. So it's hard to say it's Raheem Morris because they were doing the same thing with Arthur Smith. I'm not sure why it is, but for some reason they're just not consistent at all. Like if they could just be consistent, they would have a chance to win that division because if you look at their team compared to the Bucks and Panthers, they have just as good as talent, if not better talent, but for some reason they can't. It don't perform every week. And I think last year they panicked a little bit and went and benched Cousins too soon, coming off that injury, coming off that Achilles injury, benched him too soon. Went to the young quarterback, and you see Cousins been in the last couple of weeks and hasn't been playing too bad. I think they needed to they should have gave him a little more time coming off that injury before they benched him and kind of rushed Penix on there and let Penix develop a little bit because Penix one game there's games where he looks real good and there's other games where he don't look like he belongs. So I think he needed a little more time to develop, and I think they kind of pushed him up a little too soon.
Okay, Jay, your thoughts? What's Atlanta's issues?
Yeah, Atlanta's issues. Well, you can see tonight. I think the biggest issue is coaching, right? That's the biggest issue. When your quarterback comes out and tells you he has nobody to talk to about his struggles, this, that, and the third, that tells you something. That tells you that there's an issue with them connecting with the players or the communication or the support. However you want to term it. When your quarterback is telling you he don't feel like he has somebody he can lean on within the organization, that tells me something. So I'm kind of like there with Gonzo. I think it's an organizational thing. I will tell you tonight, some of the biggest issues that Atlanta's having tonight, and they're up by 1 point, but right now it looks like they're going to kick a field goal or they're going to try to – it's third and goal, and it looks like Tampa's getting ready to score, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown. But one of the biggest things was Kobe Bryant, which is really weird. I had to know that there's another Kobe Bryant in the world. But Kobe Bryant, the rookie, number 37, has been giving up a lot of yardage to Mike Evans, as well as a lot of face masks. He just had a face mask on McMillan just a few minutes ago, and I think that's like his second face mask penalty he's had tonight. So a lot of it has to do with him being a rookie and giving up a lot of big yardage, but the majority of it really falls on the coaching. I think that's really the biggest thing is the head coach and how they're doing the support system and how they're developing their players.
Big Glenn, your thoughts?
Coaching, and coaching. Because we know when you got a roster like Atlanta has,
right?
And the way the AFC, not the AFC, but the NFC South is, you can get into the playoffs with a team like this. But they're 4-9 right now, and it ain't looking good. So it comes down to coaching at the end of the day.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think a lot of it's got to do with the coaching. But I mean, how long is this
Like,
coach been here? Is this his first year?
I think it's his second, if I'm not mistaken, right?
And Atlanta just got another penalty. So
this is his second year. Yeah, one thing I've noticed in just the short time I've been watching this game is one thing I can see Tampa being healthy again, that they're going to be trying to stretch the field. And that's something that's been missing. They ain't been able to stretch the field because they ain't had the receivers. And that's something Baker likes to throw the ball up and let them guys go get it. And he's, with Evans back, he's got somebody because he got one just a minute, went up and got one a minute ago. So that's something that's going to help Tampa. One thing before I go to the hot seat questions, I wanted to bring up it's been a big topic, and it's the Indianapolis Colts and the fact that Phillip Rivers looks like he may be the starting quarterback. I'm not sure if they've said that for sure. Chris, have they named that for sure yet?
I don't think so.
He ain't taking 4 years or 5 years off, and is going to be holding Riley Leonard's jockstrap. That fucker is starting Sunday.
I don't know. They say Riley might be able to play. I don't know. I'm not saying what they should do. It's a tough situation.
I think he's going to start, but
okay.
I haven't heard that officially yet.
One thing is I do know he likes his tight ends. So Tyler Warren could get a lot of work. So I mean that could be interesting. And I'll be honest with you. I didn't think for a first game for a rookie, I thought Riley Leonard performed pretty well. I didn't think he performed bad. We just kind of fell apart penalty wise. Every time he made a good play, it seemed like they got called back. I think the team, I can understand that. You thought you was a possible playoff team and a really good team, and you lose your quarterback and a guy who's fighting through injuries anyway. I think it was kind of devastating to maybe the team. So maybe they'll be a little bit more prepared playing on the road too against Jacksonville, and got another tough road game this week. But Chris, what do you expect? Let's say Rivers finishes out the year. What percentage do you give the Colts chances with the schedule they play to make the playoffs?
I'm going to say I still think we have as of right now still going into this week's game. I'm going to say we still have a 70% chance to get to the
playoffs. You really believe that?
Yes.
Well,
okay.
And the reason I believe that is because the more I think about it, Rivers is going to come in and try to do the same thing he done when he played with us the last time, and he got rid of the ball in less than 2.5 seconds when he played with us last time. Was fastest in the league that year, and we made it to the playoffs that year. That's what he's going to do it's going to be a lot of getting the ball out of his hands and a lot of Jonathan Taylor. I think the key is going to be our defense. If our defense can step up, which now we've lost two of our top corners because Ward's out again as well. But if our defense can step up and play decent, I still think we'll have a good shot. Is it going to look the same as it did with Daniel Jones? No, because Daniel Jones, you had the threat of that run, but it's going to be on the offensive line to be able to open up some running lanes, and they're going to have to ride Jonathan Taylor's legs, and then they're going to get the ball out quick. And like you said, and I think Tyler Warren is going to be a big focal point. He's already been a pretty big, but I think he's even going to be a bigger focal point offense as well.
If Daniel Jones was playing, I would agree with you on the 70% because I think Daniel, if one got hurt, he looked like he was getting a little bit more comfortable He was moving better side to side. I think he was feeling a little more confident. Maybe that's why he got hurt. He was feeling too confident. I don't know, but I would have been more confident if Daniel was still in there and not seeing him see Rivers play and hadn't played for 5 years.
Well, that's why I said that's why I said going into this Sunday. Now after Sunday, I might feel totally different. But as of right now,
with the schedule we're playing, my confidence level is more like 40%. But I think the key is going to be our offensive line and defensive line. It's going to be up front. If we're going to win these games, these last few games, it's going to be because of our up front. It's giving Rivers time to throw the ball and giving, like you said, our running back a chance to run the ball. And our defense has got to step up. And the front line is going to have to step up to help the back end because our back end's hurt. So I think that's the key for us.
Shane Steichen called Phillip Rivers Sunday on their way home from Jacksonville. He called Rivers, and that's when he first mentioned the Rivers about maybe coming in and for a workout. They did try to get Sam Ehlinger off Denver's practice squad, and Ehlinger turned him down. Ehlinger wanted to stay in Denver. He's turned down 2 or 3 teams this season to stay in Denver on Denver's practice squad. So that's kind of interesting.
There's practice squad guys getting Super Bowl ring. That's what
Yeah.
But the Colts tried to bring him in because, of course, he's been on our practice squad for 2 or 3 years, and he knew the offense. So they did inquire about him, but I guess from what I heard, he turned down 2 or 3 teams to stay in Denver. So he must like it there in Denver.
Okay. Jay, your thoughts on
it's going to be interesting.
What chances you give him?
Man, well, I don't know if I'm not quite as confident as where Chris is at 70. I'm probably more about 25%. And the reason I say that, and that's not to be a hater or anything like that, it's just I don't know. Again, the Seattle game for me is going to be the telltale sign because you're going up against one of the best defenses outside of the Rams in the NFL. So that's going to be if you guys do good against Seattle, then I think that sets you up for when you got to play Houston because you got to play Houston at the end of the season. Those are your 2 biggest games.
Well, Jacksonville
that you're going to deal with, and you got Jacksonville. You're right. So you got 3 really big tests. I think that Vegas though is the first one. If you win at Vegas and you get past Vegas, then it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of them come out. When you look at Texans, they got to play Arizona, Vegas, Chargers, and Indy. And then when you look at I don't know if I wrote down the other one. I didn't. Oh, no, I did write it down. And then if you look at Jacksonville, they got the Jets, Denver, Indy, and then they wrap it up with Tennessee. I don't know what the hell what's he laughing at? What you laughing
when
at,
does Colts play Vegas?
No. Hold on. What are you laughing at? I will wait. I will absolutely. I got to know.
Wait a minute, Glenn, what'd you say?
When does Colts play the Vegas on the schedule coming up?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was saying. Yeah. I said Texans play Vegas. He probably didn't hear that.
Him I mean, he kind of had it right, but it was previously in the season back in week 5.
You did go back when you were saying the coach. You got a little confused when saying Vegas.
I apologize. I apologize.
You missed Seattle. I knew what
shit. Logan Pond wishes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure Logan wishes
Vegas and that's why I'm glad I went back for clarity, so I see where I messed up. I appreciate you. I could have put in the private chat. Oh, you did put in the private chat, possibly. I don't know. I see a little thing over there. That's neither here nor there. It doesn't really matter. What matters?
I just say
no, not you. I'm saying I was just talking about. I see somebody put in the private chat, probably. But that's
you know what's funny is if Gonzo didn't say it, I was going to say something. So.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, you lost one Indiana player. I can go Mr. Pinky again if you want me to. I mean, hey, whatever, man.
No, I think you need to take that freaking doll and go burn that son of a bitch.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, I'm telling you that I don't believe in voodoo, but sometimes they kind of.
You just better hope Texas don't lose to a coachless Michigan here in a couple weeks.
Hagel is the
my DMs will be mad full.
Yeah,
but hold on. But let me come back to that again. So, I mean, my point is, you guys have a very difficult schedule, and yes. So does Jacksonville. Jacksonville has a little bit of a difficult schedule too. But I mean, I really think everybody, because the fact that Jacksonville is 9-4, Texans and Colts are both 8-5, and I think did the Texans get you the first time, right?
Yes.
So you got to win the last one. Otherwise, we'd have you what I'm talking about. So it's a very. I think the Texans had the easiest route. I think Jacksonville has probably the second one, only because they're up on you by one game. So they have a little bit of leeway they can play with, and then you guys have to win out. Like you can't miss one game, and the fact that you're going with Phillip Rivers, which I think probably gives you the best chance. I don't think Ryan Leonard gives you the best chance. I think Phillip Rivers and his experience, and I think he can operate that offense. As long as that offensive line gives him a little bit of time, I think he gives you probably your best chance. So all intents and purposes, I'm going 25% tops that the Colts get the playoffs.
I understand. Big Lynn.
I'm going to put this percent about 55-60% of Colts getting in. And I'll tell you why. The last time Phillip played for us Colts, he did a pretty damn good job. He got us to the playoffs, even though we lost to Buffalo in Buffalo.
Should have beat
Buffalo.
Yeah,
That's unfortunate how that worked out. What was it, a penalty or something that cost us the game? Or some bullshit like that?
Yeah.
I can't remember. It's been about 5 years. But I think Phil can still play. It might take him a week, but don't be surprised if Phil is putting up 3 touchdowns and 330 plus yards.
If I remember right, Glenn, that was when they called T.Y. Hilton for offensive pass interference on a touchdown, took a touchdown away from us.
Yep, and that was the game,
and we lost the game.
Because the game was like they won by less than 6, right?
Yeah, I think it was like 3 or 4 if I remember right. It was because it was a close game.
Yep. It was a 1-possession game, all of that. So
give you guys a quick update. Tampa Bay's up 20-14. Atlanta is driving. Receiver McMillan for Tampa Bay is going back to the locker room. Don't know exactly what happened there.
Josh Downs, receiver for the Indianapolis Colts, he has a podcast with his brother. And I know they were on there today talking about Phillip Rivers, and Downs was talking about how Rivers can still spin it. He was talking about how good he looked at practice today and stuff. So hopefully because that's going to be the big thing. It don't matter what we think; it's what the rest of the team thinks. What them receivers think. Does the rest of the team believe that he's the best option, or are they going to play hard for him? And
I think they're going to play hard.
One of the receivers to be saying that out publicly is a good sign.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's move on to our. Each of us going to say who our top 5 NFL teams are in the league right now. I'll go first. Give you guys a chance to get it together. My number 1 team in the league right now is the LA Rams. I think they're the most complete team with receivers and defense and everything. The running back's pretty good, but I've always questioned their running back. I guess I just don't hear his name a lot, but it seems like that he does a pretty decent job. But I'm going to say the Rams are number 1. My number 2 is Seattle. I like them a lot. It's going to be interesting to see how things pan out between them two. They both got the same record. So we'll see who ends up winning that division. It could be very important. My number 3 team in the league is Denver. I like the Broncos. I don't know if they're a Super Bowl team or not, but I still like them. I feel the kind of same way about New England. New England's in my number 4. Again, like Jay was saying, they play a Charmin schedule, but hey, they've got a lot of confidence, and if they can get that home field advantage, they could be a dangerous team. And then my number 5, I've got a tie. Houston, I've got Houston there. They're playing as good as anybody right now. Again, I feel like if they can score 20 points a game, they can beat anybody with that defense. And then the other team who's really stepped up the last 3 weeks is Green Bay. I didn't believe in them 4 or 5 weeks ago, but their defense have stepped up, and their offense seemed like they're figuring things out without Kraft. They kind of went into a funk when Kraft got hurt and was out for the season, but it seemed like they're figuring things out. So Green Bay would be my number 5. Tied with Houston for number 5. Jay, let's go to you next.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been kind of tossing and turning on this one, but I think I got a tie for number one for me because I think you're splitting hairs. Seattle, LA, who gets number one, who gets number two. Both of those teams have great defenses. Both of them have great offenses. I probably would say maybe the Rams have a slight edge on the offense because of Stafford's experience and the fact that how well he's still playing at his age. Also, I think Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams are just a little bit better tandem versus Nick Jigba and Cooper Kupp, things like that. So I think they kind of got the slight edge offensively. But, I mean, I think you're splitting hairs. I think whoever has the home field on that one probably has a better chance. But that would be my 1 and 2. However you want to do that, I don't really care because I like them both about the same. When it comes to number 3, I'm probably gonna go AFC on this side. I think
You're about to go with the Patriots, is what you're saying.
No. Actually, for number 3, I'm going to go Green Bay. I like the way Green Bay is really kind of captivating, getting back in. No. I said let me retract. Calm down there, succotash. Man, you on me like you on me like right on Crisco, man. Calm yourself. Yes. I love you, man. Damn. But no. So number 3, I'm actually going to go Green Bay. So I'm going to go Rams, Seahawks, Green Bay. And then I'm probably going to go Houston, Denver, and then I would probably and a number 16 because I think Denver and New England. Yeah, you can however you want to split that.
Okay. And Big Glenn.
Yes. My top 3 is kind of similar to what Tony was, but I'm gonna go Seattle one. And the reason why I'm picking Seattle one is because their point differential is that's a little bit better than the Rams'. The Seahawks point differential is plus 161, with the Rams falling not far behind at 152. So when you talk about differences, that would be where it lies for me. Obviously, number 2 is LA Rams. Number 3 is Broncos, obviously at 11 and 2. 4 would be obviously New England. You know, them being 6-0 away from home. 3-0 the division probably will be 3-1 after this. We have a high point differential of plus 110, and the 5th team will probably be Houston Texans.
Okay,
because that defense. Yeah, if one of those 4 teams are not in it at the end, Houston might have a good chance at it because their defense.
Yeah, if things ended right now and New England had to play Houston the first game of the playoffs, that would the way it would be. I think, because they're 2 and they would play 7. I think Houston would have a hell of a chance, but even though it's at New England. Chris, your thoughts?
Excuse me. All right, I have the Rams at number 1 for me. I was on the Rams before the season ever started. I've been on them since the beginning of the year. I think their defense just keeps getting better, and then they have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Probably playing about the best. I know he struggled a little bit last game, but other than that, he's been lights out pretty much all year. So I have the Rams at 1. At number 2, I'm going to go with the New England Patriots. I like what Drake May's doing. I think he's proven that he shows up in big moments. And I like what the way that defense is playing. So I'm gonna go with New England at 2. At 3, I'm gonna go with the Green Bay Packers. They have one of the best defenses in the NFL as well that really don't get talked about much. And then they also are getting healthy on offense. They lost Kraft for the year, but they just got Reed back, and they got Watson back. And since they got them 2 receivers back, their offenses look totally different the last 2-3 weeks. And if their offense can score 20 to 25 points a game, they're going to win a lot of games because their defense only gives up about 16, 17 points a game. Their defense is real good as well. At 4, I got the Denver Broncos, who has a real good defense, and then their offense is starting to play better. Even though sometimes I don't believe in their offense, but it seems like their offense always shows up in the fourth quarter. It shows up at the end. Always in the fourth quarter, and it seems like their defense always keeps them in the game going in the fourth quarter. So they're going to be a hard out. And at number 5, I have Seattle. I like Seattle. Their
Damn,
defense
that low?
reason I have Seattle at 5 is because
Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
He's proven a lot in the regular season, but in some big games, and we saw him last year at the end of the season in big games where he gets under pressure, they turning the ball over, and that's what cost Seattle against the Rams earlier this season was like 3 interceptions. He's had multiple games with 3 interceptions, and I just don't trust him in the big moments to take care of the football. That's why I have Seattle a little bit lower than what you guys do.
And that's the thing, because we don't know about New England because the best team they've probably played has been Buffalo, and Buffalo's been so up and down this year. So we really don't know. But I do think that they've got a hell of a shot to win the AFC because Denver, I think they can beat Denver. I think they can beat Buffalo. I don't think there's anybody. Houston will be a tough game. I'm not saying, but I think New England can beat Houston too. So I think New England can definitely win the AFC. Now, how they would do against Rams, Seattle, some of those teams where the offenses are a little bit better, I don't know. But I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if New England made it to the Super Bowl. I really wouldn't.
Honestly, yeah, I have to agree, man.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I wouldn't be shocked if Denver would that.
The only thing
I'll add to this, Tony, before you go, Jay. I think if we had a repeat of the Super Bowl from a few years ago between the Rams and the Patriots, I think the Rams would probably get this one.
I just don't want Philadelphia back in there, and I don't think we're going to see Kansas City back in there.
Yeah.
So if my coach won't make it, if anybody else makes it besides Philadelphia and Kansas City, I'll be happy. I prefer my coach to make it.
Christmas is almost here, Tony, in that way.
Team to watch out for in the AFC is going to be the Buffalo Bills.
You think so?
Yeah.
A lot of people are overlooking.
They figured that run defense out a little bit, and then because of Josh Allen, that dude can put that damn Superman cape on at any time and carry them.
That's true.
Carry them to wins.
And
if they get in the playoffs, they could be a dangerous team in the playoffs.
Especially if Josh Allen gets that balanced offense going with him running the ball and him throwing the ball and him throwing the ball to Dalton Kincaid.
And just think how many times we've seen teams that have struggled some in the regular season and then put it together toward the end. I mean, when the Colts won their Super Bowl, when we won our Super Bowl with Peyton Manning, that wasn't our best regular season by far. We gave up 300 rushing yards to Jacksonville in like week 12 of that season.
The only thing I struggle with the whole New England thing is I feel like, if you put New England, if you swap schedules, if you gave New England Jacksonville, New England, I think we would have a different thought process on New England. I really do. I don't know that New England can beat San Francisco and Kansas City. I mean, I know Jacksonville did. Hold on. I also know that the teams that Jacksonville did lose to, with the exception of Cincinnati, because they did lose to Cincinnati 31-27, the teams they lost to was Seattle, Rams, and Houston. All three of those teams are above 500. I'm just saying, I wonder if New England, if you gave them that schedule and had them play the teams that Jacksonville is playing, would we even be having this conversation right now about New England? Or would we be talking Jacksonville instead? That's the only thing that's hard for me to get behind.
I understand. We don't know. We don't know. They haven't been tested, but I mean, they seem pretty good right now, and they gain a lot of confidence, so they could be dangerous. Guys, let's
Especially
go to
Mike Vrabel.
Let's go to the NFL hot seat. My first question is, we'll go to Chris first. Who gets in the playoffs, Carolina or Tampa Bay?
I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay just because I trust Tampa Bay as an organization a little bit more than I do Carolina, and also I trust Baker Mayfield a little bit more than Bryce Young. So and Tampa Bay's getting healthier because they got Evans back and they got McMillan back. Nobody's talking about that they got McMillan back as well.
Yeah, he went back a lot.
So I mean, they got all four. I mean, you got 4 guys there that could be ones and twos on about on most teams. So I'd have to go with Tampa Bay.
I'm going with Tampa Bay because they're getting healthy and they got more weapons. But I'm not counting Carolina out completely. But I'd give a slight edge to Tampa Bay. Jay?
Yeah, I'm right there with how Chris is thinking. I don't, Carolina has put together a good season this year, no doubt about it. But one season or a handful of games versus what they've done in the past versus Tampa, and you know why Tampa is where they are because they had those injuries. But now we see the injuries are healed up, right? And Bucky Irvin's back, McMillan's back, Evans, Godwin, they're all back. So I gotta think. I feel like Tampa has the more experience. I think they have the better run franchise, and I think that with the tenacity that Baker plays with, I don't think Bryce Young can match that. Baker is just a hell of a guy when he wants to, when he puts that game on his shoulders, So I guess for me, I feel like Tampa is the one I have more confidence in just because I know what they can do.
Okay. Big Glenn.
Tampa Bay, not by much though.
Okay. Next question. Go to Jay first. Who wins the NFC North, Green Bay or Chicago?
I'm gonna go with Green Bay as long as they stay healthy, as long as no injuries come into play. I really just think Green Bay is a more polished team. Obviously, we all know how well Chicago has come on the first year under Ben Johnson, how this team looks 180 degrees different than what they were beforehand. But I feel like Micah Parsons and that defense is going to command a lot. And I really think now that Christian Watson is there, even though I know they don't have Kraft, I feel like Jordan Love is comfortable with the team that he's got running right now and well enough that I think they're going to hold on to it.
One key thing with that, and I don't disagree with you, I think I'd go with Green Bay too, but I think Chicago's only a half game back, and they do have another game with Green Bay at Chicago. So that could come out to be, and it may be the last game of the year, I'm not sure, but that could be big.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah, Big Glenn.
Yeah.
Bear down, baby.
You're going with the Bears, huh?
Yeah, every time I pick the Bears in some way or another on the show, they have won. So I'm not going to give you for that.
Bear down. Okay, Chris, are you bearing down?
What was the question?
Oh, God. You need me to say the question again or not?
It was what? Packers and Bears, wasn't it?
Yeah. Who wins the division?
Oh, Green Bay.
Okay.
It was Seattle or Colts who's going to be in the Super Bowl.
All right, next question, guys. Let's go to Big Glenn first. Who's better, Denver or New England?
Oh, shit. Damn, that's a good question. Man, oh, man. I'm going to go with Denver.
It's tough because I think New England's got the better quarterback right now.
Denver's more complete.
I'm not sure on Denver's running game. I'm still a little suspect with their running game, but I do like Denver's defense. To me, between them two, I think it depends on who got the home field advantage if they played. So, but I'm gonna go slide edge Denver. Chris,
Man, I'm gonna go New England just because I think New England's offense is a little bit better.
Okay.
I could see that I think it'd be a heck of a game. I think both teams are good. That Denver defense is real good as well, but I'd have to lean New England.
Okay, and Jay.
Yeah, the New England thing is kind of like Chicago for me. This is Rebel's first year there. He's putting together a hell of a team. Nobody's going to say it differently. You know how I feel about Josh McDaniels? I felt like he was the big cornerstone of this New England franchise way back when they first started doing what they were doing with Brady. McDaniels is just amazing. But I do think Sean Payton is a hell of a good coach as well. And I do think that I have a hard time getting behind a team fully that has a lot of new pieces coming together like they have and jumping into it. I just think it's too fast, too quick. And they haven't really been tested. Like I said, I don't think fully been tested yet. So I want to see how they get tested as they go further into it. So for right now, I'm giving the edge to Denver.
Okay. Next question. Who's better, Jacksonville or Houston? Jay, since that's your second favorite team, I'm gonna go to
Hey, I got a question for you, Jay. Where's your Houston hat at?
He'd already busted out a wee earlier when he was talking about Houston. I let it slide. I didn't call him out on it.
You know what? That's fine. That's fine. Look, I'm gonna let you guys have your moments with that. I can appreciate a good sense of humor much as anybody else can.
Yes.
So I'll
what's
ride
funny
that.
about the
I'll ride that sense of humor train. Hey, it's all good.
And you know,
Things
I'll
that are
ride
fictional
that
people who
too.
live in La La Land. I get it,
Yeah.
man. Hey, look, if you believe in Oompa Loompas, hey, let's get on the Oompa Loompa trail. I'm down. But if we're talking about
my family.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Okay, now you just pulled size into that. I'm not going that direction, but that's fine. But no, hey, you know what I think about Houston in terms of them versus Jacksonville. Again, Jacksonville's a hell of a good team. They played some good games. So is Houston. I mean, Houston's kind of cut off to a slow start, but then they really have kind of amped it up, right? And the way they're playing now. Defense is elite. I think they get the better defense. I think they have the better quarterback. I think they have probably two of the better wide receivers and Nico Collins and such. I'm gonna continue to roll with this Houston team if we're talking about them versus Jacksonville. I'm rolling with Houston on that one. And again, it's close, right? Because Jacksonville's playing a hell of a good, but I think Houston is the more complete team.
I think the quarterbacks are close. I think Jacksonville's got a better running back, but Houston's defense, that's why I go with Houston. Chris?
I'll go Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville.
Wow, really?
I think Jacksonville has a little bit better offense. Jacksonville's defense might not be as good as Houston's, but Jacksonville's defense isn't no slouch defense as well. And I mean, they played a couple weeks ago, and Jacksonville was kicking Houston's ass, and then ended up falling apart. And Houston came back and won that game in the fourth quarter. So I mean, I think they're both good teams. But I favor Jacksonville just a little bit because I think Jacksonville is a little more complete on offense, where Houston's offense is starting to come along. But I still just trust Jacksonville's offense a little bit more.
You know what I've noticed? And this is just my observation because I'm a Virgo and we're very observant people. I have noticed no matter what team I ever pick, I guarantee you Chris is going to go opposite. So
it has nothing to do.
No, it's true. Yeah. It's true. Go back and watch any show, and if you can show me any time that me and Chris have ever agreed on a team, I would be amazed. I'm just Tony. Whatever. If you want to know what, you ain't got to do all four of us. If you ask Tony or if you ask Gonzo the question first, you already know I'm gonna be opposite, so, and vice versa. So we can skip a lot of time here. I'm just saying.
Hey, you know who he sounded like? He sounded like Walter that night when Walter was on the show.
God.
Yeah,
we got upset, man. Every wrestling take was a wrestling show, and every take he had, all the other three of us was different. But the reason was because his take was so damn stupid. But his takes were out there, man.
He got mad. He goes. Nobody ever agrees with my take or with me or something. I was like, oh,
it was funny. He got upset. Okay, Big Glenn. What do you think?
I tell you what, man. The answer is easy for me because you've been seeing me talk about pretty much for like the last month is Houston. Their defense, man. I'm not saying that they're on the freaking level of the 2000 Ravens, but the way they've been playing these last few weeks, holy shit.
Yeah, playing better. Last one, guys, hot seat. We'll go with Big Glenn first. Who wins the NFC West, Seattle or the Rams?
Damn, that's going. We might be here till next Christmas, trying to figure this one out, honestly, because I'm gonna say Rams because it's gonna come down to the quarterback.
It's tough. I'm gonna go with the Rams too, but it's just you could flip a coin for me, really.
Yeah.
Chris.
Excuse me. I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that means Jay. Oh, Jay, it's gonna be Seattle.
No, actually, and this is all truthfulness. This might be the first time. I don't know, Chris. I don't know, man. Maybe you must be smoking some of that vape over there. I don't know, man. It's weird. But yeah, no. I'm only going to give this to the Rams because and it goes back to what I said initially about it when I was talking about 1 versus 2, how you want to rank them. I think that wide receiver duo of Devontae Adams and Nakua is just is better than Jigba and Rashid Shahi. I have not seen enough out of Shahi to really get on that train and be like, yeah, okay, this I believe in it. No, I don't. I just think they have the better wide receivers. Obviously, they have the better quarterback because one of them has a Super Bowl and the other one just found his team. They're his second team. So I think some of the edges on offense, defensively, I think these guys are they are flat out even. I don't think you say one's better than the other because I've seen Seattle just crush people, and I've also seen the Rams crush people. So I think defensively these teams are even, but where it comes differently is again in that offense. I just think they're a little bit better offense at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
And I have a good question, and it's kind of a funny one, but and it's kind of off topic, but still on the topic of sports. Is the Dodgers killing the sport of baseball?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, because them getting Edwin Diaz, I had to ask it.
Yeah, they're going to keep doing it, man. They're going after some hitters too, I think. Guys, our last thing is the top 10 greatest football players of all time. This list is from top10.com, excuse me. And Jay, who do you think's number one on the list?
Yeah, I've been racking my brain on this one a lot because there's so many players you could choose from on the top 10.
I got an idea.
But I'm gonna go with what I think is the obvious answer because he's the GOAT. I would say probably Tom Brady, even though I could think of some other players I feel like could be deserving of that. But I have a feeling they're gonna probably say Brady.
Okay, he's not number one, and so
that's amazing.
What I'm gonna do is. Hold on, man. I'm going to give who number 10 is, and then I'm going to let Glenn have a guess. Number 10 on the list is Randy Moss. Okay. Glenn, who do you pick number one?
I feel like you asking Jay was a hint to the answer, and I'm going to go with the NFL all-time leading rusher, that being Emmitt Smith is number one.
Okay. I will say this. Emmitt Smith is not on the top 10 list.
Holy shit. God damn.
Okay, so I'll give you number 9. Brett Favre is number 9. Chris, who do you think number one? Who do you think number one is, Chris?
I'm going Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor is not on this list. I mean, he is on the list, excuse me, but he's not. I will tell you, I'll give you a hint. He's in top 5, but he is not number one. Jay, do you want to make another guess at number one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. All right, I'm gonna roll with. It's a hard one, man. I'm gonna go with Deion Sanders. No, not Deion. No, I'm not gonna go that way. No. I take that back. I'm gonna roll with Barry Sanders, running back.
Barry Sanders.
Is that your final answer?
I know, right, man? It's so hard, man. It's so hard because I'm trying to think how would they do this. And
Barry Sanders is on the list, but he's not in the top 5. Number 8 on the list is Peyton Manning.
Okay.
Big Glenn, you get another shot at number one.
What was that? Browns quarterback from the 50s that won all those titles.
Jim Brown?
No. He would probably want another guess, but I don't think it's him. I want to say Norman Brocklin.
Nope. No, not him. Okay, I will give number 6 on the list now. No, excuse me. Number 7 on the list is Walter Payton. Chris, you got another guess for number 1?
I was getting ready to be my guess. Joe Namath.
He is not on the list.
I can't see that one. All right.
Jay?
Are you gonna give? No, don't give it over yet. Let me go with.
Let me give it number 6 real quick. Number 6 is Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking.
Hold on. Jay's turn.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna go with this guy because the interception rule was actually changed because of him. I'm gonna say Mel Blount because the physical coverage led to him having the sack or the interception rule and how a pass interception was how it was changed. He actually changed the pass because of the physical coverage. So I'm going to say Mel Blount because he changed the pass interception rules.
No, he's not on the list. Number 5 is Jim Brown.
Okay.
Big Glenn, you got another guess for number 1?
I had the time period correct, but I had the wrong name. The name I'm going with is Otto Graham.
No, Otto Graham's not on the list. Number 4 is Lawrence
Did
Taylor.
you get that for Field of Dreams? Where'd you get that from?
Number 4.
I'm going by my knowledge of sports just in
No.
general, like the history of the
I'm
NFL. You know,
Number 4 is Lawrence Taylor.
I'm gonna go
Chris?
with Joe Montana.
Okay, Joe Montana is number 3 on the list. He would be next.
Well, you got
Okay.
3.
Three
Hey, you got in
number
the top
4.
5.
I had number 3 and number 4.
Okay, so Jay, you got another guess. Got 2 spots left. Who's number 1?
Wasn't Montana? Wasn't Peyton? All right, I'm gonna roll with I'm gonna roll with Ronnie Lott.
No, he's not on the list. Number 2 is Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Okay, Big Glenn, who's number 1 on this list?
Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis did not make this list.
Damn.
Okay,
I got pretty much out.
Chris. I give a hint, but I give it away.
Trying to think of somebody that even mentioned.
Actually, you could give one hint. Just is it offense or defense?
Well, let Chris make a guess, and then we'll be back to you, and then I'll give a hint if I need to.
I would think it would be a quarterback. That's just what they do as quarterbacks. I'm gonna go with Johnny U.
Johnny U is not on this list.
Dang, God.
Okay, I will tell you this to narrow it down. It is an offensive player. Jay, number 1 on this list.
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice is correct.
Damn, Jay. Let's
Hello,
go.
suck. Everybody suck. The champion.
Let me give the list here real quick. Number 1 was Jerry Rice. Number 2, Tom Brady. Number 3, Joe Montana. Number 4, Lawrence Taylor. Number 5, Jim Brown. Number 6, Barry Sanders. Number 7, Walter Payton. Number 8, Peyton Manning. Number 9, Brett Favre. Number 10, Randy Moss. I have no problem with anybody on this list except for one player. I don't think Brett Favre deserves to be in the top 10.
Yeah, I didn't like that Brett Favre
That's
thing on there.
That's my opinion. I'm not
That's
saying
my opinion too. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have you guys named a couple of defensive players one on the list. I mean,
I wouldn't have Jerry Rice number 1.
Yeah, I wouldn't have Rice number 1 either.
I don't think that's.
No,
I mean,
that's not
yeah.
too
I
far
mean,
of a stretch.
I don't think that's unfair. I mean, who would you take number 1, Chris? I would say probably. I hate to say it, but probably Tom Brady.
Yeah, I'd probably go Brady or like Jim Brown or Emmett, obviously.
But if somebody said Montana, I wouldn't have an issue with that. I mean, I think Brady's better over Montana, but
If you're just going like overall, just like athletic ability, player, and everything, I think you had to have Lawrence Taylor or Walter Payton up there.
Or
I would have had
Brown,
Lawrence Taylor number 1. And the only reason I have Lawrence Taylor number 1 is I think anybody who should be in a top 10 list should be somebody who had a profound effect on the game, that had something that changed the way you play the game. And the way Lawrence Taylor attacked that defense, offensive linemen literally had to change their whole blocking strategies to deal with Lawrence Taylor. And to me, that's changing the game. And if you're changing the game, why are you not in the top 5?
He's a player to me that, like, when I remember watching as a kid, and I was never a big, like, I've always been a Colts fan. I was a big Joe Montana fan when I was a kid. I was a big Joe Montana fan. But like when you watch Lawrence Taylor play, like he stuck out.
Right.
Like he was one of them players, like, boom, you knew he was, like, it just looked different.
I think if you're going to be in the top 10,
Barry Sanders, best running back I've seen
absolutely.
football.
Yeah,
and
it was just different.
To get in the Big Glenn encyclopedia of sports history, another one I probably would consider top 10, but probably got left off the list because all the teams that he was on, they pretty much sucked. Was that being Dick Buck, he only had like one.
Let me ask you this, guy. Let me ask you guys this real quick before we get out of here. Would O.J. Simpson be on that top 10 list if it wasn't for all of his off-field stuff?
I don't even care about the off-field stuff. I don't know. I might.
There's a lot of people in that top 10 that definitely deserve to be in there, and I don't think that unfortunately makes any difference.
I wouldn't put O.J. Forget about that stuff. I wouldn't put O.J. Simpson ahead of Jim Brown. I wouldn't put him in front of Walter Payton. I wouldn't put him in front of Barry Sanders, and I wouldn't put him in front of Emmitt Smith. That's just my
I
thing.
wouldn't
Yeah.
either.
No, I was
would
just
Top
asking.
10 running backs.
But
for
I
sure.
definitely think OJ is a top 10 running back. I don't know about top 10 in the league, but definitely a top 10 running back
Yeah.
all time. I think he's in that list.
See, my point is, I didn't have a problem with Jerry Rice because I think he's the greatest receiver of all time. I think if you're going to be that high on the list, I think you should be the
Yeah,
best.
I love it.
No, the best of all time. What I mean is he's the best. So I mean, I don't have a real problem because he is the greatest receiver of all time. Just like if somebody took Brady at one, I wouldn't have an issue because he's the probably greatest quarterback of all time. Lawrence Taylor's probably the greatest defense. So if somebody said Lawrence Taylor was number one, he's the greatest defensive. If running back's tough because.
There's a lot of great ones up
Where
there.
was Joe Montana in that list?
Personally, I think Walter Payton's the greatest running back of all time. But I don't have a problem with somebody telling me Barry Sanders is or Jim Brown is. So that's running backs really close. If somebody told me if they think Emmitt Smith's the greatest of all time, I really wouldn't have an issue with that. So
What did you say, Montana? Where was Montana on that list?
He was 3.
Yeah.
Especially
I mean, like me personally, I don't know. I don't understand. If why would you put Brett Favre? Why would you leave off the all-time leading rusher? Now, do I think he's better than Barry Sanders? No. But how do you not have the all-time leading rusher not on your top 10 list? Makes absolutely no sense to me.
Here's what
I have to agree.
Go ahead.
Personally, I think Dan Marino should be ahead of Favre, but he's probably not because he never won Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say a different quarterback. I was going to say a different quarterback ahead of Favre.
Who?
Steve Young.
Steve Young's another.
I'd put Steve Young ahead of him for sure, easily.
I think
That wouldn't be a
I think a
problem.
lot of people forget how good Steve Young was.
Do you put Aaron Rodgers in front of Favre?
Here's my thing, right? Here's my
would.
thing, though. I think a lot of times when we do these top 10 lists, I think, and not necessarily us per se, but I think a lot of people, especially the younger crowds, Tony, I feel like they don't give respect to the people of the past enough. And I think a lot of that is just because they're irrelevant because they didn't play in those times, right? They weren't around in those times. But when like I said, my top 5 wouldn't necessarily be y'all's top 5 because, like I said, my top 5 would be people who, like I said, who've changed or had an impact on the game. And like I said, Lawrence Taylor would be on mine. Deion Sanders, because I feel like he's the first guy that ever was the first elite quarterback ever to play the game, right? I think Deacon Jones, because he popularized the sack. He also invented the head clap. I think Mel Blount, because he changed the pass interception rules. I mean, these are all guys. And again, Brady, you got to have Brady in there. You got to have Barry Sanders because they are arguably the GOAT of quarterbacking and they're the GOAT of running backing, in my opinion. So, I mean, that would probably be my top 6 right there, or 7, 6 or 7.
I would have Rodgers ahead of Favre.
Look how Peyton Manning changed the game.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. The way he could call plays and read the defenses.
I'd have Peyton Manning higher. I'd have Peyton Manning higher than what they had him. To be honest with you.
Yeah. I might. I like I said, I didn't have a problem with anybody on that list. I thought 9 out of the 10 were deserving people, and there's other people you could put in. I'm not, but the Favre was the one that stood out to me. That I
did have a problem when you said Rice was the best because I feel like if we could have got Michael Irvin off the crack cocaine, he could have been better. Well, I think he could have been better than Rice. I think the drugs took him. I think the drugs took him down.
That's a big if.
I think what happened with Rice. I think what happened with Rice though. I think because he was just an Iron Man. That dude never left the field, man.
He played the Washington 5 or something, right? He played his last year was in Seattle, and he still caught a touchdown pass.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty interesting. I thought that was fun. We'll maybe do that again next week with something.
No, I'm always down for that kind of stuff, And again, older people's top 10s are probably going to be different than younger people's top 10s, only because we've seen everything from back those days to this day. I think Glenn, how old are you again? You're probably. I know Gonzo's in his 40s.
I'm 38, but with my knowledge, you probably think I'm 68 because some of the names I'll be coming up with in these.
Well, especially the tough one with older names is baseball. Baseball's even worse with older names because a lot of the older names get left off because most people just think about the last 20 or 30 years. I mean, yeah.
And the game has changed a lot, right? The flashier people are here now, right? The flashier stuff is here now. It's changed a lot. But good times, man. We definitely got to do that again.
Oh yeah, I thought the show was really good tonight, man. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And we'll be back next Thursday with another Thursday night Blitz.
Hey Jay,
Don't forget
wait a
tomorrow.
minute. I got one question for Jay real quick.
Hmm?
Who are the Big Ten champions in football?
You know. I think it's
He
probably
hit with the question
Indiana.
I was
It's
going
Indiana.
earlier.
Yeah. I think it's Indiana. Well, that's what I mean. Big Ten pussies. I mean, yeah, it's probably Indiana.
Big Ten.
Yeah, it's Indiana, right?
Oh,
Straight
Lord.
Northwestern.
No, I
Or
ain't never
Minnesota.
had a problem giving credit where credit's due, and I do mean that. Look, I
I know
think
you don't.
Indiana's a good program.
Or,
You
yeah,
guys
you
are
know
the
me.
Big Ten champs. Now, like I said, you're the Big Ten champs. Now, can you be the national title
Yep,
champ?
yep.
I think you got a good shot.
Oh,
Next
that's another.
goal, Chris.
That's another. Oh yeah, another big step. But I mean,
Don't be talking about anything that has anything
hey,
to do with people getting hurt.
well,
Hey, they
hey,
said, "Oh, hell."
I can remember 3 years ago. Me and Chris. I don't know if you was on or not, Jay. I think Big Glenn was on with us one time when we talked about it. What our expectations were of this new coach coming into IU, and we
Yeah.
were talking if we won 7 games that first year. I mean, I'm just being honest. Because we had no idea. We could say, oh yeah, we knew. No. Now we all said that we liked the hire and we thought that he would change this team, but we had no idea that it was going to be like this.
Yeah, we figured it'd be
No.
good, but not to the level that it was.
Not this quick.
Yeah, not as quick. And I'll tell you what, man, Signetti is on Bobby Knight level status right now.
I was going to be happy. I was going to be happy if we finished top 5 in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Not
winded as some
I'm just being honest. I was being honest. I mean, I know how bad our football team was, so I was just being honest.
Oh yeah.
Hell, we can get to the top 5. Hell, we're winners.
Yeah, and us win on Saturday, man. I was loving the hell out of that, man. I was acting like Stone Cold in the group chat.
when that final play went off and we had officially won that game, I was dancing around the living room.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Now, Glenn, I know you're a person that doesn't like to put things out there. I'm just trying to tell you, man. What I've learned. Now, I'm a superstitious person, so you can take it for what it is. I believe you never start getting happy about anything until you got the national title in your hands, and then you start talking stuff. I'm just saying that's how Jay rolls. Now, Glenn, you may roll a little differently.
I like to think positive at the end of the day. So let's keep
you've been thinking positive. How's that worked out for you? How's that
Pretty
worked
good,
out?
actually.
Maybe try negative sometimes.
I think
negativity goes a long way. Just saying.
I don't know if you were still on yesterday when I think I was telling Jay and might have been Jay and Frankie about it, but the night before I was up, couldn't sleep because I was hurting. I was watching stuff on YouTube and I ran across Kirk Signetti's press conference when he first got hired by you. And I'd watched it 2 years ago when he got hired, but I watched it the other night. And he told everybody during that press conference exactly what he was going to fucking do. And he's fucking done it.
Right here.
Like if you listen to him, like he's done everything he said he was going to freaking do that first day at that press conference.
He got that big Glenn confidence. That's what he got.
But it was crazy to listen to him now, knowing the results, and then listen.
Yeah.
Well, when he
talk about what he was going to do when he got IU, and it's like, dude, you've done everything you said you were going to fucking do.
He would be like Big Glenn come in on the giveaway, win some bitch, win it all.
He went to IU basketball game in front of everybody in Assembly Hall. He said, Purdue sucks. He said, Ohio State, Michigan sucks too. Yeah, he just went off.
Yeah.
I wish, you know what I wish, and maybe I'll see if I can get Logan to figure out how we can do this. Maybe he can cut and splice it. But I need a before and after. Like I need a before video of y'all talking about how happy you are right now, and then one on January 1st or whatever after the national title. And I need another.
I'll be straight up honest with you. Well, I'll be absolutely thrilled if we win the national title. But I'm thrilled right now, and that ain't gonna change. I mean, from where we were,
yes,
3 years
that's
ago.
Why I was going nuts.
This is a big win. Don't get me wrong. I'll be sad if we don't win the national championship. I'll be sad if we lose our first game against Oklahoma or Alabama. If we play and lose, I
think Oklahoma is one to look out for. For some reason, I have a bad feeling about Oklahoma. Oklahoma's been looking pretty good towards the end.
It's pretty good.
Their defense
is what's funny though is in the group chat on Saturday.
It's going to be IU versus. either Georgia or Ohio State. But that
Yeah,
I think
it'll be,
that's what
final?
the national championship.
it'll be a
game.
rematch
It'll
of the Big
I
Ten
think it's
title.
gonna be IU against either Ohio State or
The,
Georgia.
the only thing that worries me is it's tough to be for Oklahoma. It's tough to beat a team twice. So
Yeah,
I think Alabama, even though it's going to being in Oklahoma, is an advantage. I think for IU, what game they have to watch out for if they get past Alabama or Oklahoma would be if they played Oregon, because it's
Yeah.
tough to beat the team twice, and you'd be playing them not in Oregon at least, but you would be playing them on a neutral field. So that could be tough. So those matchups
Yeah.
are always tough. But I'm not going to say Oregon is going to get past Texas Tech. Don't
I'm
get
about to
well,
find out.
You know
Hey,
what?
I
hey,
do
wait
like
a
that.
minute. Wait a minute. Oregon might lose to James Madison. What are you talking about?
I
Hey,
got
that's a possibility.
I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident.
You know what's funny
Dude,
though
dude.
is in the group chat
Let me ask you
on
this: Are you
Saturday.
confident enough that you would bet your house on Oregon?
I would bet my house on shit.
Hey, one thing I do want to give James Madison a shout out is that Cincinnati left and took most of the
And
damn
they still,
players.
but yeah,
Took most of the damn players, and they're still only losing one game or two games a year. So you got to give them credit. Whoever took over that job. Some people might be looking at that coach.
No,
Well, that coach is
yeah,
moving on.
good. Yeah, he
Yeah, that
went
coach is
to
moving on.
UCLA.
I mean,
he went to
but
UCLA.
Cincinnati
got a
took
big
everybody
team.
with him. He took like 28 players with him from there.
If I remember right, he's one of Cincinnati's guys. I think he was like
yeah.
he stayed there and took over, and then a bunch of them left with Cincinnati. But yeah, he just took the
Hey.
UCLA job. He's going to be
Hey.
he got a head coach job in the Big Ten. Like that Chesney's he's a real good coach.
Hey,
Is
Gonzo,
UCLA
did you?
are they in the Big Ten? Are they in the Big Ten? UCLA? Are they in
No.
what conference?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Big
Yeah.
Ten.
I knew Oregon went. I didn't know if I can't remember if UCLA went. Okay.
Hey, Gonzo, did you
UCLA,
happen to see?
USC, Oregon.
Yeah,
Okay.
hey, did you see that
Awesome.
group chat on Saturday, Gonzo, before the game started? I put out a GIF of Sing Sun that says "Your soul is mine," and Huli told me to relax. I was like, "No, man, I ain't relaxing. I'm fired the fuck up." I had Jay had said something at him with the Stone Cold line, you know. So
I just don't know what a GIF is. I don't know. Is that like GIF
it's
peanut
a little
butter?
thing. It's
Are
a
you
thing
talking
with
about a
the
GIF? Are you talking about a GIF?
yeah. I call it GIF.
Are you saying GIF or GIF?
Yeah.
Can you-
Just peanut butter.
Yeah.
You get a
Nah, I
country
ain't up
sweet.
here. I have to get my clean the peanut
know
butter out
what
of my
they-
ears or whatever. You
Oh,
know.
I
Yeah.
know one thing. I
We'll
hope he's
see.
watching.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
This is Thursday night.
I gotta say, one thing I gotta say, because I'm hoping he's watching. But I know one thing: when Alabama got that ass beat, that dude went dead silent. You didn't
Boy,
hear shit about no Alabama. I mean,
And I know he saw
not
the
a
group chat
fucking
too because
peep.
I kept posting and he was usually the first one to read everything I was posting, and we didn't hear from
Hey,
him
but I
until like
did-
freaking
hey.
Sunday.
Only thing I got on there and said was, I told everybody Alabama was still going to be in the college football playoff.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yep, you did.
According
thought
to
they
Frankie,
were-
he hurt his back though. Frankie said, "I was down on my. I bet you were down on your back. I bet you were." It's
Well, he
okay.
said he turned the game off. He said he turned the game off when it was down 21-0.
Well, I'm sure
Yeah, I
he
would
did.
too.
I'm sure he did turn a lot of things off that night. What a time to be alive. I love when Frankie's not happy. Makes me feel happy. It's so
He
kiddie.
was probably sitting in the living room with all the lights off, everybody's asleep, and just smoking.
Listen.
The Falcons have 18 penalties in this game.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah,
The film
Jesus
was that.
Christ.
Dropping the ball or a penalty.
What a time to
Dropping
be
ball,
alive.
fumbling, and someone that
That's what I said. Have 18 penalties and still have a chance to win the game. It's fucking
Well,
great.
they just tied. Maybe. Well, I don't know if they tied it up, but they're gonna have a
Yeah, I
shot.
think he did get a hit because his butt landed and his elbow landed. It looked like in the orange to me. They I don't know. His right elbow is touching the white line. How does that work?
Well,
If your butt touches first, though, Chris,
No,
doesn't
I
that
think
count as
it's
2
good.
feet?
Hey,
I think
Jay,
it's good.
hey,
Okay.
Jay, you know
What
what Jimmy
they
Johnson
want?
used to say back in the day? One arm
haven't
equals
seen the
2
play
feet
yet.
or whatever, you know.
Yes, I think he's good.
So he came down. His both butt cheeks landed on the orange, and the tip of his elbow, when it came down, hit the white line.
If
I'm
his-
pretty
yeah,
sure
that's
that
a
counts.
If
I
his
thought-
butt's
Yeah.
if his butt's in,
I thought
it's
his butt
touchdown.
came down first. I thought it was good.
It did. No, it did. That's what I'm saying. So does a butt count as? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, one it's equals 2 feet.
Okay. Well, there you
I don't
go.
know. We'll see. Hey, everybody have a great night, and we'll see everybody tomorrow.
It
Ooh,
stood.
that's close.
It
Close.
stood.
Ooh,
Yeah, it
damn,
was close. But
it is
yeah, they
close.
wound up
Oh,
letting it
shit.
stand. So now they're
You
gonna
have
go
to-
for the
yeah,
2-point conversion to tie it up.
It's hard.
But
It's
all
hard
right.
to tell if the ass hit before the elbow.
Yep.
Oh,
I
I
bet
think
it
that's
is.
it.
I bet it is. Hey, Chris, get us out of here, man.
Everybody have a good night.
We'll see you guys next Thursday. Have a good night.